Welcome to the Weekly Anchor, a moment set aside for some encouragement.
Hi Anchor family, I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the nice weather we've been blessed with these past few days. As we're coming near to the end of the Lenten season, I've been meditating on the parable of the vine and the vine dresser found in John 15. Looking at just the first two verses, this reads, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be more fruitful." I'm no botanist, but I'll highlight a few parallels I found between the biology of a healthy and growing plant and our relationship with Christ as described by this parable. 1. A gardener is one that tends to the garden, who carries the pruning shears and ensures the plant has ample light, food, and water. 2. The vine is a source and sustenance of life for the plant. It draws nutrients from the roots and carries it up and through the branches. 3. The branches extend from the vine and bear the fruit. To us, this is the most visually identifiable aspect of the plant, which requires careful attention and care. Seasonal pruning removes dead and dying branches to allow for new growth while also improving the vine structure. As this relates to our walk with Christ, it can be seen by God as my Father is the gardener, Jesus when he says, "I am the true vine," and then for us when he says, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit." I'm reminded that fasting is a form of pruning by our own volition and a way for us to rid ourselves of that which may distract us from drawing nearer to God. Fasting rests on the acknowledgement of our humanity and imperfectness. We are consciously flawed, and yet at the same time are representatives of God's word meant to be a reflection of Him. And I believe this is where the bearing and not bearing of fruit comes into play. Looking at Galatians 5:23 through 23, the fruit of the Spirit are listed here, which are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. In our lives, the fruit of the Spirit are the visible fruits that we as branches can bear. Being fruit-bearing means that we are visible representatives of Christ and are stewards of the gifts that He's given us. Meanwhile, not fruit-bearing or not bearing the fruit of the Spirit signifies that we are distant from Jesus, who is our sustaining source, and are limiting our growth with Him. So I ask you, in this last month, how have you seen your roots grow deeper towards Christ or your branches bear more fruit? Are there more branches in your life that need to be pruned? How can we make this last week of fasting really count? I offer this suggestion as I question it myself, to engage God and ask Him to further prune us of things we might not even be aware of. I encourage you to pray Psalms 139:23 through 24 with me, which reads, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxious thoughts, and see if there be any hurtful way in me, and lead me in the everlasting way." I hope this brings you some encouragement today. I am looking forward to seeing the quite literal fruits of our labor as we let God tend to our spiritual gardens this week. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.